Hello and welcome to another update video about IOST. I was asked to do another update video because the last update, since then we actually haven't moved up in price. People are wondering what is going on. And to be honest, I did expect it to already go up from here. We had an attempted breakout here on the 8th of October that could have become a breakout, but we didn't see the volume. So in the end, and you can see it here on the chart, it ended up being a fake out. Now at this point, some cryptos that we're covering on this channel actually broke out on that day. They managed to get up and they reached higher levels, whereas IOST unfortunately didn't and continued to move sideways, even with a slight move down. Now, I'm not worried about that move down. I think what we are currently seeing is actually a descending wedge. As you might know, descending wedges are in general bullish patterns. What they indicate is that yes, while there is a consolidation here after this strong uptrend, which is then oftentimes required, even though there's a consolidation, the sellers can't really push the prices lower. So even though there are sellers in the market, they are not able to push the price much lower. So you can see that by, even though the lows are lower, we're making lower lows, but they are declining less fast as the highs. And that indicates, that we're getting into this apex, that the sellers are struggling, and it's basically a bullish consolidation before generally a breakout to the upside. Now, if I say generally, this is not guaranteed to happen. It doesn't always happen, but most of the time it happens. Maybe around 70 to 75%, the descending wedge is breaking out to the upside. So it is more likely than not to break to the upside, especially in an uptrend in which we are currently. As you can see, we are above the 20-day moving average. We are, however, below the shorter term moving averages of the 20 and the 50, which is what is currently pushing us down a little bit. And you can see these lines here coming down. What is fairly interesting, very interesting actually, is that we can see quite a bit of volume. I mean, look at these last few days and weeks. We don't really have much volume. I mean, it is fairly low compared to actually what is happening at the moment. So I'm quite surprised actually that the price is being held down like that, because we had quite a bit of volume. So there must have been quite a lot of buyers and sellers in the market together. Otherwise, I think the price would have already broken out. Now we're currently trading at around 5 cents. And if I zoom in a little bit, we can see that this is, by the way, the 4-hour chart. We can see that we again here attempted breakouts to the upside, but we failed. And now we're obviously finding here some support currently at the Fibonacci retracement level, and we're going to take a look at that in a minute where we are there. But potentially we are going to try another attempt to the upside. But at the moment, with 2.38% down today, it's not like looking too good. I mean, we see quite a bit of volume here for buyers. But yeah, essentially we just need to wait for a breakout here. So nobody will be able to tell you when or if a breakout is going to happen. But what we can see is that we are getting closer into the apex. I think it could take a few more days. That apex is a few more days away. So let me just, and to be honest, I mean, we have 3 touch points down here. Up there we have a few more. So let me just, right, okay. So the apex is currently sitting here on the 28th of October, 29th maybe. So there's a bit more work to do and a bit more patience required if we really wait until that apex, but maybe a breakout is going to happen before that. Today, yesterday, Coty broke out to the upside out of a similar formation. So there might be a bit of hope that we are continuing like that and then also break to the upside. And that could push us to the next higher level on the Fibonacci retracement levels. Now, where are we actually currently? Well, we are currently finding support at this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, which is at, pretty much 5 cents. Now, if we drop from here, we could find support at the golden pocket, which is at 4.17 cents, which is the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. That would also be quite close to the 200-day moving average that you can see here, which is currently at around 4.3 cents. So let's take a look on the shorter term time frame. And there you can see in more detail where we're moving to. We are moving down, and finding support currently here on that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. So we have been above it, been below it and now we are actually moving above it again, and possibly getting a retest, but it's sideways movement at the moment, so we just need to wait for that breakout. It's really positive that we see quite a bit of volume, but I would love to see that breakout then really happening. Only when we see the breakout and when we see a retest, not necessarily, that doesn't always need to be a retest, but from what we've seen in the last few weeks, there oftentimes is one from various cryptos. I mean, I'd love to see that breakout happen, a retest, and then continue our way to the upside. The next level, if we break to the upside, the next level will be here, this one, which is at 5.9 cents. That's the next resistance level that I can see, the next main one. And why is that the case? Well, let me go to the 4-hour chart, because that is basically here the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level. Now there are a few smaller ones that are basically based on previous highs, so should we really break here to the upside, I think the first main one we need to get through is here the 5.5 cent level, which is that previous high. Should we drop below, I think it's fairly clear that we will probably find some support, first of all here at this maybe at that wick here at 4.4 cents, but then certainly at the 200-day moving average at 4.2 cents. So watch these levels, and the support level of that triangle is currently at 4.8 cents, and we will break out to the upside if we can get above 5.2, 5.3 cents. That's where we are at the moment, and let's take a fine look on the daily on the indicators. So let me go to the daily, and then we are going to add the RSI. I don't know what happened here if I took them out. I think they were just hidden possibly, so let me delete that. So what we can see here on the RSI down here, we're actually in the bearish range. So if I make that a little bit larger, the ADX isn't very relevant at the moment because, well, we actually, and that's quite interesting actually, okay, we're just making a move above the 20 line. Now, unfortunately, the red line is above the green line, giving us a short signal. That would actually indicate that we could, that we are actually in a downtrend here, and that we actually could drop potentially to the next Fibonacci level from here. The 20 line normally gives us a signal, but in this case, it would be a short signal. Now, also the MACD is pointing to the downside, and the RSI, we are in the bearish range as well. So just looking at the indicators, they could potentially indicate that we really drop further here and get and will get support maybe at the 200-day moving average or at the next Fibonacci level to the downside. However, we need to look at the bigger picture. In my view, the breakout to the upside would be more likely, purely because other cryptos have done the same thing. It is basically a cup and handle, in my opinion, which is currently here forming. Now, that doesn't mean that we couldn't drop down once more, but we are in a descending wedge, and I think maybe that consolidation just took a little bit too long. But from here, I would expect a further move to the upside. Now, again, that is relevant on many factors, also how Bitcoin is doing, but I would expect a move to the upside. Again, no guarantee, I could be wrong here, but certainly we are in a descending wedge, and I've seen these break out so many times to the upside in the crypto market that I just think it is more likely. All right, so hopefully you liked that update video. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.